there beautiful people, and welcome to another edition of Baron's Drift School on Gran Turismo 6. Now today we're going to cover the rather precarious issue of four-wheel drive drifting. Now, I'm sure if you spent any amount of time at all on GT Online, you would experience some hatred towards four-wheel drive drifting. But I'm here to show you that 1, it is not as easy as it looks. 2, that power sliding is a technique of drifting, not a different subject altogether. I'm here to dispel the myth of all these, nearly swore there, Barry, all these people online who just think that their word is gospel. Now I know I don't know everything, I don't know this, I don't know that, but I know this. Drifting, power sliding, same thing. So for someone out there to stand there or sit there and just tell you that, oh, you're not drifting, man, because you've got four-wheel drive, but tell them, guess what, they're wrong. Here we are right now, just having a little look at a preview of a video that will be coming later on in the future. It is Gran Turismo Drift Wars 1v1 battles. And as you can see, the R33 there demolishing the Audi estate. Maybe the Audi's on its way to the book club, I don't know. But as you can see with four-wheel drive, you are fully capable of getting as much angle as you do in a rear-wheel drive car. You can make a continuous connected drift just as you can in a rear-wheel drive car. It is just a slightly different technique, and we're going to be going through that today to hopefully clear up any misgrievances that some people have about four-wheel drive drift cars. And we'll cover the technique that you need to get better at it. Go right on ahead and get into the settings. Settings. Baron, can you learn how to say settings, please? Okay, I'll try. Here's your tyres. Usual comforts. Keep it medium, keep it good. Suspension, pretty much the same as you'll see on the R33 drift video, but like I said, it has the updated triangle at the rear, I think, and camber angle. The drivetrain is a bit longer than what you'd see in the OTT R34 drift car. It's much more smoother power delivery. I'm going to give you a quick little tip here while I'm here, because I've said in lesson 1, I think it was, how I recorded a tutorial on how to tune a car, how to drift. And I'll just explain a little bit what some of this does. Acceleration sensitivity, that is basically how much slip your wheels are allowed to have. So if you have them on a low number, it means it'll be very good for track racing. So it won't let your wheels spin, it'll try and reduce any slippage. Lol, slippage, that sounds like such a rude word. I don't know why. And you turn it up and it just lets it go loose, so hence why it's all the way up at 60. Braking is the same, but only it's with your brakes. So yeah, it's rather easily understood. Now this is what separates this from most four-wheel drive cars. Yes, it's four-wheel drive, but it's 10% power delivery to the front, 90% to the back, which does make quite a dramatic handling difference. The power is pretty much fully upgraded. Nitrous isn't really needed for any drift car, well, unless it's really underpowered. Semi-racing exhaust, just because I purely like the noise of it. If you want to go for a different exhaust, feel free, but yeah. Oh, that's another quick thing right there. Mid-range turbo. Don't go full-on turbo, it's just too much turbo lag for you. Spoiler, full way down if you have one. If you don't have one, you don't have to worry about that. Carbon bonnet, really nice choice. I just like the look. And today, the track we're going to be learning is one that not many of you might have drifted. It's Apricot Hill. Now Apricot Hill is quite a, it's a committed track, let's put it like that. It's not a track you can just go half-arsed on, you have to be committed. Where are you? There you are, hello. Yeah, this track is fully committed. It's not the easiest track to drift, but if you have a confident setup in your car and you're a confident drifter yourself, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do this. It is really quite simple. Once again, we'll go driving options. This is nothing that will amaze you. It's pretty much the same as you see every time. Skid recovery off, ABS on 1. You don't have to use ABS, that's your personal preference. If you're used to using it without anti-lock brakes, then go ahead. All the usual routine. Now, I should explain. The technique with 4-wheel drive is rather... well, it's not completely different to a normal drift car, it's more... you have to predict your drift line a little bit more. You can't enter so late. Well, you can do, because you have the grip to save it. I mean, the main technique with drifting with 4-wheel drive, especially with this setup right here, is just power over, or power out. It's just insane. Right. First corner, flick entry, I'm going to 3rd gear, I'm going to shift up into 4th. Just tap the brakes a little bit there, just to bring the nose in a little. Tap the brakes to cover it on transition. We'll go 2nd gear here, power out, full opposite lock, tap the brake. The main skills involved with this is the transition periods and the finesse. To get it exactly on the line you want is exactly the trick I'm going to try and teach you. Hopefully you're paying good attention to the throttle control and the brakes. There's your brakes, obviously, you didn't already know there's your throttle. You can also see the tyre heat. Right now the rear tyres are lit up, full smart going. Now the reason I take that line there is because I can do this line coming into this corner. Always mid-corner, on corners like that, at the middle of the apex, be very careful. That's the point where you don't really want to be going flat out with the accelerators, where you want to give the car a break. Because, one, you've already got plenty of heat going in your back tyres, which is already enough for the car to deal with. Plus, the sharpness of the turn, and you're just asking a bit too much of it. Some cars can do it, I'm not going to say it's impossible. But it's better safer practice just to be a bit more careful in the danger zones than to go flat out like a lunatic and end up in trouble. I mean, you'd be surprised, it's very easy technique used, it's just the finesse of it. When to use the brakes, how much brakes to use, when to change up again. That's what you really need to be paying attention on. The gears make such a big difference. You try going into one corner in one gear and then try going into it in a higher gear or a lower gear. It can be nearly impossible. Not everything's impossible, but it can be nearly impossible. It's all about let the back end pretty much do what it wants, and then you just try and go with it. You don't need to fight this car much, just let it do what it wants to do naturally. It is designed to drift. Go out there, have some fun. Ignore the drifting Hitlers. Good boy.